Are you online?
Good
Yes.
morning, everyone. This is American from Mechanical Department. We are all from a Mechanical A section. Today, why we are all here gathered? We are gathered because of in ESJS lab group discussion is happening. So, the group discussion topic is social media on threat or tool. Here we all know that social media is an entity. Social media is an entity. It is supposed to know how we are utilizing it. It is in a positive way or it is in a negative way. In the positive way, we have so many things like in the in the COVID time, in the COVID pandemic time, we are utilizing so much of social media because while Zoom meetings for our future building aspects, right? And the threat is also one of the powerful tool. Why? Because nowadays so many scams is on place in the social media only. Why? Because so many members are using the social media on the wrong way also. What about we? Yeah, Hari
Can you use your
right?
registration numbers now from this side?
Only 305 now. Yeah, Hari
Three
is
zero
308,
five.
right?
Next.
The 366 9 only 309. The social media is
Only 4. 11. 11. 11. Now you missed.
yeah, Hurricane what you say is absolutely right. The social media is like a knife. If we use it correctly, we can shape our lives like we shape vegetables, or like it will kill us if we not use it properly. And social media gives us many news from all over the world, and we have to aware of cyber. Yes, Mohal, what you said is absolutely correct. But social, some of the people addicting to social media, recording to games and YouTube, Instagram like that, and social media have some advantages and disadvantages also there. Like any news coming. Yes, certainly will tell COVID-19 is social media is useful to in education purpose and business is spent some more than time is online. We platform create a jobs create to some some students are related to COVID-19 batches will help to jobs for whom from jobs like platform to listen to online classes. There are some you said the comparative point. I completely agree with you. At the time of COVID-19, the Indian economy was so much dropped. So the software companies are doing work on home jobs. So many people are using for social media for their job purpose, and also they using some of the news about these companies, and also so much of information from the social media. At the time, they are useful. The social media is very helpful, but there are some disadvantages of social media because of they they use social media for different disadvantages for deep fake videos like that. So it is the major threat with the social media. Social media. So in my words, social media is advantage for students and other also, but it also leads to disadvantages like deep fake videos like that. Sai, what you said is absolutely correct. The social media is helpful for students, and we want to know the daily news in social media, and also some negative.
points on social media, which is giving fake news to all the people. And
Yes, cyber. But social media is like a two sharp pages, like so two sharp pages we use in positive way and responsible way. It will help to grow up in your life. But in your use in negative way, you will it will be a threat to you.
yeah, a lot of people wasting their time by using social media, like scrolling reels, by playing games. Even a lot of children also lost their mental state by playing so much games. That's one of this generation is useful to summer internship and work workshop internships or online will do the sometimes went to a night time also use do very well. Internships is the most useful to the social media is better than the your career life. Social media is helpful for small scale businesses to promote their business on the way to promote their business.
Yes, Manohar, completely agreed with your point. You said the valid one. Today, generation are addicted to YouTube, Instagram, and so much of time because they have their own studies. So they are facing some issues like mental issues like headache and so much of pains like that. So if you utilize the resources like social media, you get the better opportunities to survive in the life. Otherwise, they lead to threats or mental stresses, etc. So in my words, social media is two edges like sharp edges. One is useful and other one is harmful.
Yes, we are. Yes. My conclusion is we are all discussing about the social media on threat or tool, right? So we are know that threat is how it is powerful and the tool is also how much powerful. So based on this only, we have to use that type of social media. And nowadays the AI generation, this AI generation is completely filled with the social media only, with the effects and non-effects. Thank you.
Yeah. As I've been observed in your discussion, um, first the group dynamics were observed well by you at inception time. And some cohesive device is missing when you are shifting your points. Abruptly or taking the points by not having a cohesive device like furtherly or a connective device like that was missing. Okay. And one thing is this you could have given your more interaction with your discussion. Okay. So try to improve involving yourself. Okay. See, I appreciate you. When he is fumbling, you shown your leadership qualities by taking the point and continuing the things. Yeah, if you could give your better performance, you can see the miracles of your
Okay.
performance.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing about climate change and global responsibilities. Basically, this is a big problem. Presently, we have to facing in our India. Not it is the future problem. It is not a future problem. Already, it has to stored in the present India situation currently. So, do how it comes into the how it is around it due to fossil fuels and the clouds and deforestation. So what I suggest for that to planting the plantations daily and to reduce the fossil fuels like engine other petrol vehicles and diesel vehicles. Instead of that, EV vehicles is introducing is the best solution. And also, what about Karthik?
Actually, you are correct, Hemant. Recently, not recently, since the industrial revolution of 3.0 or 4.0, since then we have increased the usage of fossil fuels due to oil requirement in running of engines and machines, heavy machinery. This increases the greenhouse gases like carbon monoxide and methane, etc. Those greenhouse gases reducing the absorbing capacity of earth like it causes we use charcoals like deforestation uh, so the earth absorption capacity of greenhouse gases is reducing, so we should start we should start planting and look for alternative resources like solar or thermal solar or wind and etc. And global in many global countries are see looking for many alternatives like recently in G20 summit in done in India. What's
I, I agree with Kartikeya. Climate change is one of the reason of sea levels increase and temperature of increases to the key points of the contribution levels. This temperature rises and carbon dioxide uses in industries, main thing of the human effects. The reduce the carbon dioxide usage of forestation, but no forestation is deforestation. So mainly important of trees and plants is improve the nation.
I agree, but individuals also plays a crucial role in climate change and global responsibilities. We reduce the some actions like using bicycles and public transport and avoiding electric wastage and plastic. You reduce the plastic single use plastic and also see if citizens are not environmentally conscious, like we reduce the industries also and like we planting trees, we make different also helps to difference in climate changes, and we helps our health issues. Yes, what is about what about
Yes, Hemant, I agree with you. Climate change is not just an global issue. It is also affecting our social and uh, financials also. Like farmers are losing their crops due to these droughts and global warming, and the people who are living in coastal places were also having lot of trouble due to the rising of sea levels, which is caused due to the melting of glaciers. So we can control the global warming as much as if we cannot control this now, our future generations will have a lot of effect on them.
What he said is absolutely right. And nowadays, the pollution is all over spreading and it is affecting our health and our future generation. And it is to control plastic bags, and we have to use paper bags or cotton bags, and we have to use plants to environment, and we have to grow plants in our area or in our home, and we have to control the motor vehicles, their pollution to earth, and it is causes our health.
Yes, guys, those who were what valuable points is already correct. Nowadays, we have to see in, for example, in New Delhi, it is a polluted country. The PM Narendra Modi ji also said that it is a very day by day global warming is increasing. So they have to take a strict action. Every Saturday, fossil fuel engines are not shorted. So and also it is a winter season, a rainy season, am I right? So during this, there is no rain. It is also like a summer. Some places, for example, in Vijayawada, there are so many of floods. In Prakasam barrage is filled almost 7 or 8 feet is water is there. So, but in Vijayanagaram and the other places, farmers want to water. So, due to this climate changes, causes the farmers, mainly farmers is affecting these changes. So, what we have to suggest for that, every it started from our generation to give the best sources to the our future generations. So we have planted trees, and also we started the EV vehicles, and also to reduce the fossil fuel engines. So that's things of what I said. That
Yes, Hemant, we should, all the people of,
Conclude.
okay. Yes, Hemant, absolutely correct, guys. All your opinions are very arguable and appreciable. Mainly, our other countries, including our India, are looking for alternatives like solar and renewable sources, and we should focus more on them, and and reduce non-renewable resources which are affecting climate changes. That's all.
okay, final one thing we have to do free polluted India to maintain the free polluted India. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a very good topic that you have taken. But one thing so the little minute things to be improved. Okay, that's not a negative. So need to be improvement, and those are your lagging areas. So when it comes to 315, you demonstrated well everything, but logical flow is missing. You have come with the statistical analysis, but if you could mention the year, okay, which year it has happened, it falls on which time, the particular, if you have details and particularities about that, your argument is very up to the mark. Okay, that add-on points need to be improved in your case. You have a good content with you, but a little you're struggling with the body language. Okay, do one thing regularly. Am I audible to you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Stand in front of the mirror. Try to mitigate your panicness. You're just having a little bit of panic, but the content is so good. Your logical flow is very good, and you need to give your initiation. Just 1 or 2 points you have given, but if you could add on your more points, it would get the chance to others. There is a chance of making your content more effective. Okay, and this, yeah, you have a quick initiation. Everything is good in you, but some coercive devices are missing. For example, when you have your turn by having after shifting your turn, what is the connectivity between the sentences and your statements? That little attachment is need to be added. And yeah, for you, it's like a 60% is good, but the 40% will to improve because your involving is not up to the mark. And I think you have given a less involvement in this, right? Yeah, next time try to change that. You also, naturality is missing. Your content is good, everything, but somewhere you're feeling like you're memorizing the things. That is shown. If you could observe after this discussion, you people are feeling like you're memorizing the things and uh, giving the points. So give your natural flow of speech. Okay, everything is good. A little bit improvements needed, so you can do wonders in your real time experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You may start your session.
Good morning, everyone. We have to discussing about awareness of the mental health. In the fast-pacing world, we we must meet the mental health is a crucial thing in the fast-pacing world. In the mental health, we are lot of depressions like stress, anxiety. The World Health Organization is telling the mental health is unless he is like 6 years old and 60 years old man is everything is same. Mental health is the equal to the our physical health. It is to tell our
Yes, I agree with the statement, Sissy. Mental health is the meaning of understood our feelings and thoughts to others. It is just important to our physical health. Many people nowadays face anxiety and sadness. To share our problems, to share their about our mental health.
It is important in mental health. Mental health is to about your feelings and anxiety stuff, to reduce the stuff, and about your feelings, to share with our person, to comfort easily and make feeling happily.
Yes, Hari. Mental health is an important thing in our physical health, affecting productivity, relations, and crucial thing to make the mental health, which is the balanced diet.
Yes, what you say it is right. Mental health is the understanding of how we feel inside the mind. It is the understanding of feelings, emotions, and sadness. It is how we want to improve that mental awareness. We want to talk with each other and taking the feelings of others and passing the importance of others.
Yes, I agree with you. Mental health refers to a person's emotions, psychological, and how we behave in our daily life. And it refers to how we handle our stress. And we have to maintain social well-being. Social well-being is nothing but good. We have to communicate with others. We have to maintain good relationships.
Yes, yes, I agree that all our service here, but I refer to and has to refer to emotional and psychological disturbance. Nowadays, commonly mental health is by disorder and stress, everything. It also is combined.
and also yes, the guys is saying some points. So mental health disorder like causes by stress and disorder or bipolar disorder. So, what is stress? What is the cause of stress? So, for us, we studying a lot of subjects, so we feel stress. For all of students, we feel stress. So, how we can handle? So, this is the main point. So, we handle it carefully, like you don't feel like heavy burden. So, we clear one by one. So, we feel like less stress. So, it's be aware from mental health and disorders like. For family problems or we work on some companies so their stress load is very high so they attempt like they become to suicide some members like attempt to suicide so I can't handle this workload like for students for coming to students they feel like so I don't study means I I don't study. I don't take this much of burden on my mental health. So they attempt to suicides. So many we see in news. So these are the things. And for coming to our daily life, so we can't. If you if you have mental disorders, you can not able to think in a regular way so you take decisions in very fastly fraction of seconds or fraction of minutes so whatever you take the decision it's completely out of well, like they completely wrong most of the cases they completely wrong so if you in depression or if you in mental health disorder you maybe come out this thing and you can make it go.
Yes, Sam, I agree that statement. Okay, but you can talk with the feelings and you can stress easier to communicate the people. So you can relax.
You say that you shared our feelings or something to another people, you can reduce our stress. Okay.
Yes, we both say that nowadays when people really talking about our mental health, we can remove our fear and shame to save their mental health about our talking to others. So everyone we teach us other to everyone we teach us about mental health. We can teach us to others with a kindly hardness and care. So we can please it out to others.
Yes, what is subject? It is exactly right. And good mental health is doesn't mean you are happy at the all the time, but but it means you are able to manage our ups and downs, and how we have to take care of our mental health, like self care, mindfulness, and
That's mental how we think, how we feel, how we stress they feel. Generation to lot of people, lot of stresses in our generation. Yes, sorry. To conduct the mental health awareness programs in schools, colleges, how it is faced, how it is, it can use and can solve the come some progress to kind new
So many
importance.
people are talking about fear. That means the stress and disorderliness. Awareness is the first step to acceptance.
So we are saying some points. So what is the way to reduce the stress or anxiety or disorder? Like if you feel heavy, like if you have feel heavy work or anything, so you feel first, you complete one by one. Like
Yes.
In our daily lives, give some example. In who studying in schools and colleges, day by day increasing mental stress because of much of burden and thinking of others, thinking of also thinking of any.
so we could be conclude that how it could be reduced. So the way of thinking in our mind, so we don't feel like heavy. So you take like you feel like okay, this is the work. You complete slowly. So it's feel like okay, this is the work. It's take some time. It will be complete in some this period of time. So you feel don't feel like it is the heavy work. So we don't. So this is the way to reduce our mental when health disorder. So, thank you.
Yeah, that was a really captivating topic in recent scenarios. But I would like to go with as per your discussions, I found that some of you people, like both of you, you are rarely engaging your core statements. And you need to maintain the group dynamics, allow the others to speak. See, if you find somebody is not come up there themselves, you need to make them take the initiative, by asking the question. So, how can I have your insights, Mr. What's your name? Chandrasekhar, can you please come with your points? Like you can have your group dynamics too. Though you are good at content sometimes, but I found some vague statements to be avoided. Okay, try to involve with the statistical analysis. As you're grown ups, you know how what is happening around us. So you can take some examples like some what is that statistical? You know what's the meaning of statistical analysis? Some numbers and structures. So need to be if you add that, it will give effectiveness to your group discussion. But finally, common conclusion is missing. You need to come with a common conclusion by consolidating all the other points that was missing it finally. So do one thing, check your video after you go to home, where you are lagging behind in such areas need to be furnished up yourself. Okay, so rest of it is good. You have taken a good content, but the relevancy, the logical flow has somewhere missed. Okay, and some of you felt some bit nervous. You sometimes you at times you feel a bit nervous. Nothing goes wrong. But at times of real experience, what happen? They'll check your communication, your body language, your psychological feelings too. Okay, if you felt so panic, if anything happen, if anything comes like in future, when you opt the job. If you come up with any challenges, they might have feel that when he able to take that challenge or not, they'll connect with the future consequences. But that this discussion is helpful to you. Okay, so good going. Call the next one to come.
Good morning, guys. Today we are all gathered here to deliver a group discussion on awareness of climatic changes and global responsibilities. As well as we have
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are all gathered here to deliver a group discussion on awareness of global climatic changes, and global responsibilities. As we are all aware of, our climatic changes is day by day becoming worse. I feel like we are one of the major reasons to become our climate like this. And I would like to say that climatic change is global change. So it doesn't require any borders for us to take care of it. So I feel like we all have to share our responsibilities, not only across the whole global worldwide people have to participate in these responsibilities by sharing their contribution in increasing the climatic conditions. And what do you say, guys?
Yes, Ramesh. Yeah, absolutely correct. Your point of view. My point of view is climate change meaning is not good in this society, and mostly change to climate change is human activities caused by the human activities, like deforestation and plastics and industries most wastage like mainly release in methane gas and CO2. This is affected to ozone layer. So climate change is mostly affected. For example, in this season is rainy season, but climate is very hot due to deforestation and CO2 and methane gases mostly mostly due to the human activities. And
Yes, Sirisha, what you have said is absolutely correct. You have mentioned a point that this is a rainy season, but although there's a lot of temperature, so the same thing happened, but in a other way. You know, June and July are the most. June, July, and March is considered as summer. But what I felt is that 2025 doesn't have that much of rise in temperatures. It's very cold most of the time, and yeah, I mean that's a kind of, it's a kind of warning for us that a lot of change is going to happen. So as we are living beings on this earth, we must face, and unfortunately we are the reason of it. Climate changes is not something which generally nature will deal with it. I mean, we are again, we are one of the part of nature. We are the main cause. So what we have to do is a lot of technology is being developed. Is 21st, 20th century, and we must focus on sustainable kind of things like using solar panels for generating electricity, not only depending upon the fossil fuels and other sources. And Venkatesh, could you please tell me your
Yes,
perspective?
Maria, I agree with your point. Climate change is caused by the human activities like greenhouse gases and uh, increasing pollution from burning of fossil fuels that like that they will affect our climate changing. For humans are affected to uh, uh, facing that activities such like they will affect of uh, our climate that will be affected by in future they will more affected by we are
Yeah, Venkatesh, yeah, absolutely what you said, absolutely right. As we are part of GD, mainly the climate change is caused by human activities only, like greenhouse gases, methane, and CO2. That it affects the crop, agricultural fields, like crop production is reduces, and sudden climate change is uh, um, and it decreases sea level sea level water, and decreases the water resources what we require to drink.
Yes, Professor, I agree your point. While the climate changes for farmers, there is no crop cultivation. Suppose when the water is required, there is no water in the fields, and that time the crops are not cultivated good because some heavy rain, no rains for some in the summer, no water in the rivers. At that time the crop is not cultivated. Now also there is no water in the rivers. How can we cultivate?
Yes, yes, Rajesh. Nowadays, climate changing is biggest problem, not only environmentally, socially, and economically. For example, nowadays, 2024 Vijayawada like floods and affected their people and losses of money and reduces environment. And Pakistan 33 millions affected their people, floods and droughts. And global responsibility is share to the countries are need to share and knowledge and develop our world and reduces emissions and
Yes,
Yes,
right.
kindly. We are followed to some precautions like stop the deforestation and to reduce the fuel gases and some like reduce and pollutions, noise pollution, some etc. To we are follows the some principles, reuse, recycle, and etc. And also we are follow this.
Firstly, we have to do for reducing waste and avoid pollution. Firstly, make the thing clear. Don't cut trees.
Yes,
Especially what you said, absolutely right. We plan more trees, and then we negotiate from the climate change what we have in the sort of.
Yes, Prisha, what? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so just one more point which I would like to conclude, tell is that you have mentioned about Vijayawada floods, and this one more thing also happened in 2024, Dubai. In Dubai, they have done cloud seeding, which is basically artificial rains. You know, Dubai is very famous, very known for its luxury and thing. Rolls Royces, the entire Mars, they get flooded. So it's a clear thing, a clear warning for us. How rich you are you? How wealthy are you? Climate doesn't care. So that's the basic thing which I would like to conclude. And yeah, we must be very aware. And as we are the young citizens of our country and our nation, we are the responsible things, and we have to make the tentative steps towards protecting our earth, not only for us but also for our future generations. So thank you each and everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good initiative. Yeah, as you talk about the climate and some global responsibilities, most of you mentioned about the natural calamities. Particularly, you mentioned some statistical analysis. That was so good. And your content were absolutely, as usual, your content is so good. And yeah, this time you have been into the group dynamics. And with regard to you, try to avoid vague words like cutting the trees. Instead of that, you can go with deforestation. Okay, so try to know the vocabulary where the linking words you can be used instead of having a normal, similar, ordinary words. Because now the society is fetching with a good vocabulary like high frequency words. So try to acknowledge, inculcate those kind of high frequency words. It's give you the quality of speech. So whenever you speak something, that should be add beautify your speech. Okay, so with the vocabulary, you need to put up your efforts on particular things. Yes, some of you, your points are good. Some relevance is missing. You know, you sometimes you are going with irrelevance, and you people also panic. You come out of that tense, bit uncomfortable. I found this time, but if you add this, like this kind of statistical analysis, really gives you effective discussion. Okay, what happened in real time communication? These two people are struggling by having their turn, isn't it or not? You and this girl, I think you're struggling to have your turn. So how can you have your turn by smartly? Tell me. In a smart way, how can you have your turn to express your statement?
If there is someone who is, if there is someone who is
See,
getting
by non-verbal communication, you can make it, or else, yeah, friends, could you please allow me to give my perspective on this? Raise your voice, use your voice. Your voice is a weapon to get into the warfield, isn't it? Yeah. So if you uh, go with this minute little changes, you can see the miracles in your real-time experience. Okay. See you.